February 2018, the PyeongChang Winter Olympics, which took place over 17 days, presented unforgettable moments filled with the sweat, tears, passion and joy of the athletes. The Korean Peninsula flag of the unified ice hockey Korean team moved the hearts of many as the symbol of inter-Korean peace. One year later, a new fire was stoked in PyeongChang. In 2019, the largest peace forum in Asia and diverse events commemorating the first anniversary of the Olympics were held in PyeongChang. People gathered from all over the world to commemorate the first anniversary. PyeongChang, which had dreamt of bringing peace, now intends to write new history as the center of world peace.
우리나라가 좀 평안했으면 좋겠고요. 이북하고 한나가 되어서 기쁜 날이 왔으면 좋겠어요.
이렇게 국민 여러분들이
한왕기 군수님과
해주셔서 너무 감사하고 강원도민으로서 고맙게 생각하고 있습니다.
평창
This is 너무 맛있어. 멋있어.
This is the venue for the Peace Forum.
Korea Peace Now!
This forum holds special significance in that it opened in Korea, the only divided nation in the world. Many scholars were invited from overseas. Just like how the world had its eye fixed on the Korean peninsula, the attention of the people were focused on the forum. The Peace Forum was divided into 6 sessions of disarmament, environment, SDGs, economy, sports, and human rights.
전폭적인 지지와 성원이 큰 힘이 됐다고 생각합니다. 오늘 포럼의 주제는 평창에서 시작하는 세계 평화입니다. 평창에 갖는 의미를 정확히 짚어낸 뜻깊은 주제라고 저는 생각합니다.
Various races and nations gathered in one place in order to pay tribute to peace. Previous Nobel Peace Prize winners also attended to stress the importance of the PyeongChang Forum. Public figures who are active in diverse fields for the promotion of world peace also participated in the forum.
작년 제 평창 동계 올림픽을 시작하면서 전쟁 직전까지 갔던 남북 관계가 급전해서 아주 극적으로 평화의 분위기로 바꾸게 됐습니다. 그것을 기념하고 좀 더 확산시키기 위해서 올해 1주년 기념 행사를 하게 되겠습니다. 1주년 기념 행사는 이제 평화 포럼을 중심으로 해서 전 세계에서 50여 개국의 분쟁 국가들이 참가하는 그런 토론회 장이 만들어지겠고 또 그것을 축하하는 여러 문화 행사들이 함께 하게 되겠습니다.
Meanwhile, a concert wishing for inter-Korean harmony and peace was held in Gangneung. It sang of peace through the medium of music. Arirang, the song to best represent the Korean sentiment, was specially reinterpreted at this event.
평창 올림픽은 우리에게 단순히 동계 올림픽을 떠나서 남북 화합의 시작을 의미하는 공연이기 때문에 1주년을 의미해서 남북이 하나가 될 수 있는 그런 취지로 공연했습니다.
장세납, an improved North Korean instrument, was played during the performance.
장세납은 우리나라 태평소를 북에서는 세납이라고 부르는데 그걸 길게 개량을 했다 그래서 길장자를 붙여서 장세라고 합니다. 그래서 태평소랑 똑같이 나팔, 리드, 그러니까 옛날 태평소 리드를 이제 길게 만들었고요. 리드? 네.
As if conveying the pain of the divided Korean peninsula, the Arirang played by the Changsenap sounds sorrowful. Other special guests were invited to the event. It is the piano duo Amal. Amal, a piano duo formed in 2008, was named after the Arabic word for hope.
Yes, it's wonderful to be back because really I have great memories from the concerts here. Always the audience is very warm, is very welcoming, and it's always a great pleasure to play here. So I have many friends, so it's great to be back.
Palestine and Israel share a history ridden with contention. There is much significance in the meeting of the two members, who are also from conflict-affected nations like Korea.
From the bottom of my heart that South and North Korea get along and get the peace soon. I'm really honored to me and my friend Yaron to play together for such a good cause, which we believe, we also believe in this cause.
It's the first time.
Amal's Harmony of Peace, which was first heard at its performance in Korea 7 years ago, always presents a moving impression to the audiences. Many gathered to witness the sight in which North and South Korea became one through music. The peace concert to open the gateway to a new age of peace began. The opening act was a performance by the National Ballet Company wishing for peace on the Korean peninsula. Jindu Arirang, which was sung by the two Korean leaders at Mount Paektu's Heaven Lake last September, resounded through the venue.
젊은 세대들이 우리 가곡도 잘 모르고 민요도 잘 모르지만 이런 흥겨운 우리 가락을 들을 때, 리듬을 들을 때 그 리듬을 타는 게 느껴져서 되게 늘 신기해요.
음악이 뭐든지 화합을 해야 또 아름다운 결과물이 이렇게 나오잖아요. 그것처럼 남북도 화음처럼 잘 맞춰져서 언젠가는 서로 잘 어우러면서 사는 그런 날이 빨리 왔으면 좋겠습니다.
Arirang of Peace was an orchestral musical fantasy jointly arranged by the two Koreas. Arirang of Peace was made by rearranging the core parts from North Korean composer Kim Ok-sung's Cheongsan-ni people and South Korean composer Park Jong-yang's Arirang. The orchestral Arirang of Peace sings of the two Koreas' hope in overcoming the pain of division and becoming one. Part 2 of the concert began with Amal's performance. The instrumental Amal Hatikva was jointly composed by the two members to show that friendship was possible between two individuals from conflicting regions and religions. Just like how these pianists yearn to play music made of perfect artistry, overcoming differences in politics, nations, and people, wishes were made for the painful conflicts around the world to end.
Great. It was lovely. The music was amazing. The singers were amazing. I really enjoyed it. Had a great time.
평화의 메시지가 있어서 너무나 좋았습니다. 그리고 팔레스타인 그 피아니스트하고 그다음에 이스라엘 피아니스트가 같이 협연하는 모습이 정말 감동적이었습니다.
마음과 몸과 귀가 모든 게 아주 그냥 클린해졌다 그럴까? 오래간만에 아주 뻥 뚫린 개성. 곧 봄에 꽃이 피듯이 금방 성인이 될 것 같습니다.
It would be really interesting, really to bring the people together from different parts of the world, and I think that it's absolutely needed. And I think it's a brilliant idea to have that here in South Korea.
The hearts of those who desire peace gathered together to light up the dark night. From early in the morning, the venue was filled with the enthusiasm of those wishing for peace. This forum seeks sustainable development for peace through 6 themes.
First, there's also that
during the progress of the forum, a youth model UN conference was also held.
While their chairmen and delegations were a delegation of United States.
50 Korean and foreign teenagers living in Korea and 50 Chinese teenagers participated to present on problems in the international society.
이번 회의의 안건도 이제 군사기지와 환경 아니면 평화 이런 거에 관련되어 있는 건데 이번 모의위원회를 통해서 그것에 대해서 다시 생각해 보았고 저는 각 나라들이 자기 나라의 이익을 먼저 챙기는 것이 아니라 자기 나라가 먼저 양보를 하는 것이 평화를 위해서 가장 먼저시 되어야 된다고 생각합니다.
하루빨리 통일해서 우리나라도 얼른 국민들이 그 북한 사람들과 우리나라 국민들도 다 같이 빨리 한민족이 되는 게 좋을 것 같다고 생각해요.
Around 360 public figures, including 112 from overseas and 220 from Korea, participated to share high-standard discussions. The participants gave much meaning on how the Peace Forum was held in the only divided nation in the world.
And to me, it's a direction that cannot be avoided. It will come. No matter how long it will take. And this PyeongChang Peace Forum is, I hope, would be a contribution towards that, especially, mobilizing people, not only from Korea.
The themed discussions took place simultaneously, and the most talked about theme was disarmament and denuclearization, with the purpose of easing the tension within the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia. The situation in Korea, a long-divided nation, brought out a major topic for the world's people as the starting point for peace. North Korea's nuclear tests maximized the tension within not only the Korean Peninsula, but also in Northeast Asia, and made the whole world form a bond towards denuclearization.
I think really what is happening here in the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia overall is very important for global peace. Part of this, of course, is related to the fact that there are nuclear weapon states in this region, and any use of nuclear weapons would have huge consequences for the whole world.
Peace on the Korean Peninsula can make a decisive influence on relieving the tension in Northeast Asia. The Panmunjom Declaration, adopted at the Inter-Korean Summit last year, raised expectations for denuclearization.
북미 간의 그리고 남북 간의 합의는 저희가 재작년을 비춰본다면 아주 획기적인 진전이다라고 볼 수 있는데 사실 이제 그것만 있는 때가 아니다, 동북아는. 일본의 핵무장론이 있고요. 한국에도 핵무장론이 있습니다. 일본에는 국제적으로 플루토늄이 몇 년 전만 해도 4.7톤을 보유하고 있다고 알려져 있고요. 군비 증강 문제는 저희 뭐 한반도 정세가 많이 바뀌었다 얘기하지만 역대 가장 최고치의 국방 예산 증강을 보이고 있습니다.
This region is one of the most militarized in the world, with the highest military spending. There's been an unprecedented and unbroken growth in military spending, I think, over the last 25 years. So that is very worrying. And this is why the process that started last year with the Winter Olympic and which will hopefully continue this year is so important, because I think we all have a duty to try to find peaceful solutions.
The participation of the youth and women is crucial for sustainable peace. The participants emphasized that civil peace diplomacy, like feminist movements, had to be constantly expanded in order to end the war.
So we are within a year or two of the imbalance correcting itself, and the women will be taking the leadership. And I hope they will do a much better job. The whole way in which you can settle a peace is not by having the big men who caused the war and who are just trying to share the spoils make a peace deal. You need to have the women who have been primary victims and the children be represented at the peace table. And yes, in terms of just even domestic affairs, I think the equality of women is fundamental to a democracy being able to call itself a human rights respecting democracy.
In a progressive move, the 2019 PyeongChang Joint Peace Statement was declared for a sustainable future for all, the end of the war, and the rights for peace.
One of the most important things to remember is knowing your own story, knowing where you come from, and being able to connect with someone else from your heart. So we can't build peace unless we're willing to connect with each other heart to heart.
Numerous crowds flooded to Gangneung, where the first anniversary celebrations for the PyeongChang Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games were underway, as if to prove the popularity of the Korean wave.
To see the K-pop concert. The music, the dancing, their dedication to their craft. They put in a lot of hard work, so I love it.
Koreans are very proud of their culture too, which is, you can admire it a lot.
Yeah.
The festival started with the faces that made PyeongChang shine. The crowds in the lobby waited long hours in order to receive autographs from the two stars. PyeongChang Winter Olympic silver medalist Lee Sang-hwa and figure skating queen Yoona Kim are exceedingly popular as world stars. The performance finally began. This location, which was filled with the passion of the athletes a year ago, has now been filled with the passion of K-pop, the key medium of the Korean wave. The performances from the Winter Olympic opening ceremony last year were also shown again. With the appearance of the 6 children and the white tiger from the opening and closing ceremonies, it seems that the cheers from those days are being heard again. A special event was held in PyeongChang from the 9th to the 11th. It was the Gangwon Food Culture Festival, in which not only Gangwon-do province, but also the whole world became one through food. At the opening ceremony, a bibimbap performance was held, wishing for the recovery of the people's homogeneity and the two Koreas' peace and harmony.
각자의 색을 가지고 있는 재료들이 비벼짐으로써 서로 화합할 수 있고 한 가지 맛을 느끼게 하는 게 그게 비빔밥의 강원나물밥의 가장 큰 의미가 아닐까 싶어요.
A global cooking contest was also held to promote the food of Gangwon-do province to the world.
강원 나물밥을 이용해서 이 각 나라의 이 고유 음식하고 강원 나물밥하고 누가 이 잘 어울리게 그거를 표현을 해주냐 거기에 따라서 점수가 주어지는 겁니다.
시작하겠습니다. 48 foreign college student teams from 34 nations used Gangwon-do province ingredients to make their own nation's food that are compatible with herbal rice.
Bangladeshi local food.
I'm about to fry the rice with the vegetables and dry fish. With spinach and broccoli and carrot, all this.
Only an hour was allotted for cooking. As the clock ticked, the movements of the participants grew faster. They seemed immersed in their cooking.
버섯이랑 파프리카 그리고 닭가슴살 볶음면에 소스를 넣고 약간 달콤한 맛을 주려고 그래서 이 소스를 넣었어요.
The participants, who tried their best through individual methods, seem happy as if they've briefly returned to their home countries.
Belarus and Ukraine.
Yeah, nice to meet you. That's gonna be like traditional Ukrainian cuisine combined with Korean rice. So we're gonna show how well harmonizes Korean and Ukrainian and Belarusian culture in one dish.
It's not done yet.
What kind of a dish?
It's a kebab.
An hour passed by in an instant, and the participants put much care into the setting of the beautifully plated food. They try their best to the end.
We mix a little bit of Mexican American and a little bit of South African because it's two different countries, two different beautiful cultures merged into one. So what I've made is some beet. So we boiled the beet, added a little bit of sugar and some vinegar to just bring out the flavor. And it's a very traditional South African dish that we have when you have money, when you don't have money back home. So we have it all the time and it's super easy to make and super, super quick. Anyone can make it. Then on the other end, another dish that really, really goes well with the rice that I took from my mom. And I think she makes it amazing, but today she needs to see this one.
When the judging begins, efforts to make the food stand out are also seen.
잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 이제 참가하신 참가자께서는 요리를 맞춰주시고요. 이제 곧 종료가 되겠습니다.
48 types of food from 34 nations comprise a spread worthy of a food expo. Meticulous judging is done to select the winners. Points awarded to the whole cooking process, including the taste, the most important factor, cleanliness, and plating styles, are all added up to select the winners. While waiting during the judging session, the participants were granted a special opportunity. The opportunity to taste various food items made at the contest. They taste the food and share stories on food, creating joyful memories along the way.
Nasi?
Lemak. I thought it's Uzbekistan. No. Okay. Wow. You like it? Amazing. Yeah.
Nice, really nice.
Finally, the winners of the K-Food Gangwon Namulbap Global Cooking Contest was announced. When each winner is named, all the participants cheer to offer congratulations. At this moment, they are not competitors, but friends.
It goes to
The grand prize was won by the South African team. There were teams that failed to win any awards, but even to them, this day in Pyeongchang will be remembered as a special one, filled with enjoyable flavors.
I'm confused but more happy and excited. Oh, I had an amazing partner. We make an amazing team. Teamwork. They got us this. Thank you very much. Gamano. Gamano.
1, 2, 3, run it!
Although they had different nationalities and racial backgrounds, a united sense of passion made everybody take the 3-day journey to find the meaning of peace and harmony. The PyeongChang Peace Forum was a site of hope to sustain the peace process within the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia.
To respect the other, to be away from being selfish, and to find a way to live together with the others.
To all Korean viewers, I'd like to congratulate you on the fantastic year that has passed, and I really hope this process towards peace will continue and that it will be sustainable.
Korea is standing at the path toward historical change. With a constant abnormal arms race and power contest, Northeast Asia has never been free from highly charged tension. Therefore, the world has its hopeful eye fixed on the Korean Peninsula. The 2019 PyeongChang Peace Forum will form the meaningful first steps in advancing peace for not only the Korean Peninsula, but also the world.